Hi everyone, my name is Luke Taylor, and today I wanted to share with you a little bit about my search for fulfillment. When I was 18, I started working at a bar and was introduced to a different way of living than I had ever kind of understood or known before, just a more secular way of living. I was born a cradle Catholic into a very loving family and received all of my sacraments up to that point and was still attending Mass regularly, but I had never really fully understood what a relationship with God meant or what it looked like. And at the time, I was searching for fulfillment. I was searching for something, and I didn't even know what it was. I was searching for something to fill me. And the lifestyle I was introduced to kind of came with everyone saying that they found peace and happiness and joy in everything they were doing. And so I decided to invest in it because it was different, it was new, it was something I had never considered before. And what I found very quickly was that as I invested in the lifestyle, it gave me temporary happiness, but ultimately left me feeling empty. Around that same time, I had the chance to go on NET Canada. NET stands for National Evangelization Teams, and it's an organization that sends out teams across Canada to put on retreats in schools and churches for youth. And I accepted, not because I had a great understanding of my faith or an awesome relationship with Christ or really wanted to serve Christ in that way. No, I accepted and joined because I had heard that there was a team with a full band, and I was am a drummer, and really wanted the chance to be on that team. So I accepted, and I dived headfirst into the music side of things, but I didn't know what a relationship with Christ really was, and I didn't understand it, and I wasn't really looking there for fulfillment or for understanding. And then one night, I was in adoration. We had the chance to attend adoration, and in adoration, some of the NET team members performed a skit. And in it, a person walks on and starts looking around for something, anything. It's not really clear what they're looking for, but they're looking for something. And then Christ enters from the other side, and he shows them his creation. He kind of shows them the world he's created, and he introduces them to the Bible, and they begin to invest in this relationship. And that really struck me because that was something that I wanted. And the skit goes on, and ultimately it ends with Christ and this person walking off stage, kind of arm in arm, diving further into this relationship. And that was the first time I had ever really thought about relationship with Christ. Up until this point, God had very much so been a distant figure kind of in the sky who looked down and watched the world without really caring one way or the other. He was a very distant figure in my mind. And so this was really the first time I think I had been really introduced to the concept of the idea of relationship with Christ. I had never thought about it before. I had never tried it before, really. And so I decided I was in the right space. I was at NET training, and I invested in that. I started looking for answers. I started asking questions. I started really diving into a faith that I had lived up to that point kind of disinterestedly for the past 18 years. And what I found very quickly was that as I invested more and more in Christ, he invested more and more in me. And in that relationship, I found true fulfillment. I found a true peace and joy and desire to love Christ. And in that relationship with Christ, I found true fulfillment. I found myself being filled up, not with something that would just go away or that I would need to do again and again and again, but I found that in this relationship, it was not just a do it and then it ends, do it and then it ends. It was a continual way of living. And as I invested more and more in it, and Christ invested more and more in me, I was truly filled and continue to be so today. And it's not always easy. There are days I forget to pray. There are days that I am less interested, in prayer, in relationship with Christ. But what I have found in my journey is that there is nothing else on this earth that will truly fill me or you with as much peace, with as much joy, and with as much consistency as a relationship, as a personal relationship with Jesus Christ.